Hi, this is Bert, and behind me you can see I got some more Lord of the Rings mail. I thought it was the 50,000 page book that I ordered, but actually in truth it's a few action figures in a book-shaped package. So let's take a look at who they are and how they compare to the old Toy Biz versions. These new figures are by Diamond Select. Now first of all, there's a lot of package to get through. You have this clear slip cover. Then you've got these ties on the side. Pretty fun. And then finally, well, at least I think it's finally, you got this little silver thing here. And it says 1 of 4,000. This is the Journey to Mordor box set, 1 of 4,000. Now I thought, oh my gosh, I got the first one. And I almost wasn't going to open it. And I found out they all say 1 of 4,000. They're just letting you know that there's 4,000 of these. They're not numbered individually. All right, so there's a little piece of tape there. We're going to cut right through the seal. Oh, there was no tape there. And there's a little bit of tape here at the bottom. All right, so we finally got the book open. Oh my gosh, Gollum is screaming like mad at us. Look at that. Okay, and that's it. It's just Gollum. No other figure. I'm joking. There's a clear Frodo in there. Sorry. And then there's this thing. This is actually his boat. If you watch closely, you can see this in the Hobbit movie briefly. And it shows up in Return of the King only without the bones. This is the boat that he and Deagle are on when they find the ring. All right, now let's get these guys open. A lot of twisty ties, a lot of packaging going on here. Might need some blades and pliers for this one. All right, let's compare Twilight Frodo to the new Diamond Select one here to the older Toy Biz one. My problem with the Toy Biz one, I think this is something that's happened over time. I don't think he was always like this. The cloak is really sticky, and he's got a yellower tone. I mean, if you look at the Diamond Select one, it is so nice and like a very clean, clear toy, and I like that a lot. There's some awkwardness to where you see some of the joints show through his body, but nothing's too distracting, you know. Whereas this one, he's got fewer joints, so there's fewer of those things going on. But his arms and face are so opaque. That and his torso, because he has some sort of I forget how the mechanism works. Oh, there it is. You squeeze his legs together and his arm raises. Because he's got that mechanism going on, he's got opaque screws and the mechanism itself inside his torso, which really detracts from this guy. You can see it move while I'm moving the legs there. So, yeah, I got to say the Twilight Frodo from Diamond Select is way better. Only problem, again, just like the regular Frodo, is the lack of cloak. I'm pretty sure when he's in the bar, when he's on Weathertop, he's got the cloak on both those times that he put on the ring and became Twilight Frodo. So a little disappointing there, but maybe I'll see how he looks with can we get this off right now? Okay, we'll see how he looks with the Toy Biz cloak. Yeah, like I said though, the Toy Biz cloak could use a washing. It's definitely got some issues there. It's kind of seeping, but yeah, that doesn't look so bad. Yeah, I think I might have this Diamond Select one face off against my Twilight Ring Wraith. And really, for me, the reason I'm interested in these, if you remember my earlier videos, when I went over Legolas and Gimli, I showed a big chunk of my Toy Biz Lord of the Rings collection. And with having such a big collection, I wasn't totally interested in them making a new toy line so I could buy all the main characters. What I really wanted was a new toy line so that figures like this Twilight Ring Wraith with its droopy sword and weird spray painty blue highlights on everything and the strange handling of the cloak. This is the figure that I'd like to see them remake. This is why I'm glad that Diamond Select is taking on this toy line, is for characters like these that were made poorly, or maybe even characters that weren't made. I'm not sure I can think of many of those. They made so many that line was so exhaustive. But then also army builders are what I'm looking for too. So I really hope that to go with this Twilight Frodo, we get a Twilight Ring Wraith to face off against him. Although, I mean, I guess if this is for this particular scene, Frodo was invisible and you know, Gollum's like on his back and bites off his finger. I think that's really the scene they're going for. But in that scene, Frodo, I don't think had his vest or his jacket anymore. But, you know, I mean, he's clear, so who can even tell? All right, so let's take a look at Gollum now. Now, if you want to compare Gollum to the ToyBiz ones, that's certainly an instance where ToyBiz did not do a fantastic job. This is their first one. Pretty horrible figure. Not even really an action figure. It's a Bend-'em toy. Okay, and yeah, this was always really disappointing. I can remember back when it came out being disappointed by this figure. Still ended up with this, you know, the mean version, and I think there's like a smiling version where he's still just a Bend-'em toy. And then they went and made more super articulated Gollums. Weird color choices, decent faces though. I mean, I can see him. I can see this, you know, being him from the movie. It's pretty decent sculpt there, but the articulation is a little too much for the size of the figure, and the lack of, you know, when a character's not wearing a lot of clothing, it's kind of hard to hide that articulation. So with someone that's just practically completely bare, the articulation stands out a lot, especially this really boxy thing right there. And then yeah, like the choice of painting like this pink spray paint on his chest and the really dark nipples. There's a lot of strange choices that they made in painting these guys. Whereas the Diamond Select one, on the other hand, I mean, this to me, this is why I'm glad Diamond Select is making this toy line, is for this figure. I mean, I just think that's fantastic. This is totally him screaming. I just wish they did more of the hair. Like, I feel like Gollum had, you know, stringy hair hanging down, and he just completely totally bald here, which I don't think is very true to the character. And obviously he's got much less articulation, but I don't think he really suffers from that. I think much more, and that would have been detracting from him. His articulation is smarter and well hidden. The elbows and knees bend and swivel. He's got the extra hands that we'll have to try on. I like, you know, I don't know, I think he's really well observed. The dirt by his knees, because he's always crawling around in the ground. Just really well handled. Good sheen too. You know, a lot of times action figures are either too matte or way too glossy, and this is really just like the perfect sheen for a figure. So I gotta say, except for the lack of hair, I'm really impressed by this figure. All right, now let's try these alternate hands and heads on and see how we feel about them. All right, here he is with his alternate head. I mean, I love this face. I mean, it's very specific. You can totally picture that moment in the movie where he's kind of looking a little bit guilty and off to the side. Maybe the eyes are a little bit not facing the same direction. This hand, you know, it's just an open hand, whereas the other one was a little more closed. I got to tell you, I love this hand holding the ring. What a great idea that they had. But the problem is neither of the heads really go with that. That was where, I mean, just based on memory here, in Return of the King, when he finally gets the ring, you know, he's elated, he's happy and jumping up and down, you know. So I mean, maybe you could have him with the screaming face would make more sense, but this face can't even, you know. I thought it'd be cool if the eyes were facing the other way and he can actually look at the ring, because maybe he pauses for a second and just kind of examines it, but he's not. It's the wrong hand for the way the eyes are posed. You got to turn his head really far this way to get him to look at it. I don't know. Yeah, it doesn't quite do the job, but overall, I am really impressed with this figure. I like him a lot. I am going to have to, the hair thing bugs me. I'm going to have to figure out a way to get some hair attached to that head. Some, I don't know, stringy fuzz or something. So I'll probably have an updated custom video where I do that for him. I have the two figures posed together. I kind of feel like this is what they were thinking of, even though Frodo's not wearing the exact right outfit. Yeah, I think it makes for a pretty cool display. He's about to bite his finger off. I think it looks pretty awesome. I mean, I really can't say enough good things about how Gollum looks. This boat thing, I don't know how I really feel about it. I actually, honest to goodness, I had to look it up to figure out where this thing showed up and what it was. Don't get me wrong, it looks great. The painting is amazing, but really, I don't know. I don't know what I would have liked instead of that, but maybe something a little bit more memorable would have been cool. Maybe just like the edge of the walkway, that, you know, the ledge that Gollum falls off of and into the fires of Mount Doom. That would have been a cool feature, something like that. I hope you feel pretty well informed about the quality of these figures. Again, well, maybe I didn't even mention this. This is actually a San Diego Comic-Con box set. That's why the package is all fun and funky like that. I got it on eBay. You can actually, at the moment, get it cheaper on Amazon, I noticed. My good friend Pokey, I hooked him up and he saved $10 over what I paid. So, yeah, so it's about $50 right now on eBay, $55 somewhere in there, and it's only $39, something like that on Amazon at the moment. So, overall, pretty cool set. I think I'll be using these figures. I'm really hoping that they get to that they keep carrying this line on and they, you know, make up for some of the mistakes they've had in the past figures and some of the things they've left out. And I hope they make some things like the Twilight Ring Wraith. Maybe I think I could really use a new Saruman. I feel like Saruman has not aged well. Some of the figures from Toy Biz are just timelessly awesome. Saruman, the Twilight Ring Wraith, and Gollum are a few that are not so awesome. But yeah, Diamond Select right here with the Gollum is well on their way towards making up for some of Toy Biz's flaws. So if you like this video, like and subscribe, and check out many more. I'm mostly a Star Wars guy, but I like to do Lord of the Rings setups and reviews as well. So check them out.